of recommendations actually, because as we all know, the globe is under quarantine right now. Well, at least personally, I don't have much time, even though we're in quarantine, because I have lots of school to do. So that's a thing, but I know there are many people that are not in that situation and actually do have a lot of free time. And for these people, I'm gonna recommend a couple of films that would be nice to watch during quarantine, because they are that homey vibe, like stay in bed kind of film that you are gonna just enjoy with just a nice snack and a cup of tea or coffee, and just like it's comfortable, it's nice, just staying home and enjoying a good film. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first film I want to talk about is a film that I'm always very excited about because it was my favorite film when I was a kid, and it's Fantastic Mr. Fox, directed by Wes Anderson. This film is actually not considered a children's film. I mean, I don't think it is, because it's a really profound, intellectual, and even existential film. However, it was my favorite film as a kid, so I think it works for all audience. This is a film based on the Roald Dahl novel that is actually a children's book, but it's very eccentric because it is directed by Wes Anderson. If you do not know who Wes Anderson is, you can go check my August Face video. I talk about him quite a lot at the end. He's a very eccentric person and a very eccentric artist. So he took Roald Dahl's book and adapted it to a visual madness that I adore, and he transformed this book into a whole universe and has the most amazing characters ever. It's very entertaining and also very existentialist in a very, I'd say, underrated kind of way. So please check it out, you're gonna like it. The second film I want to recommend, it's a classic, so you probably have already watched it or heard about it, and that is Dead Poets Society, directed by Peter Weir. If you're into the dark academia aesthetic that's going around the internet lately, you're gonna like this film because it's about a school, especially about a professor that inspires his students to look at poetry in a different way. And well, I'm not gonna tell you much about it. You've probably already heard about it or watched it because it's a classic. It has great characters that they stick here. It's, well, it's youthful, but also it has that old vibe to it. It's really good. You should totally watch it. The next film that I have for you today is Birdman, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu. That's a weird last name. Okay, this director actually directed The Revenant, so if you like that one, it's very different from Birdman, but they're the same director, so I recommend you check Birdman out. I laughed so much with this film. In my opinion, it's really funny. I don't know about you guys, but I laughed. And it's not a comedy movie, it's a drama, and it's about an actor that performs as a Birdman, a superhero. In his late 20s or early 30s, he performs as Birdman, and after that, the actor is totally forgotten by media and nobody really cares about him anymore. So in his late 40s, I believe, or 50s, he directs a Broadway show, and well, he has this whole problem with his past as Birdman. So actually, Birdman is stuck in his head telling him what to do. It's really funny. I think I had a blast. Basically, the film is about the whole building process of this Broadway show, and it has a lot of like really tense moments between the characters that really made me laugh. Anyways, the third movie is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, directed by Ben Stiller. Guys, okay, do you like Ben Stiller? Because I love him and he did such a good job in this film in my opinion. I don't know if you've watched it, but I think it's a really cute, beautiful movie. I don't know, it really, I love it. It's one of my favorite films because of how Ben Stiller just adapted that character to a film, because he was part of a children's book, I believe. So he adapted it to a film, and he also has the lead role in the film. So it's like very brave to actually direct a film and act in the lead role. Actually, a part of this film happens in Iceland, and I love Iceland. Part of why I watched this film was because I saw Ben Stiller skating in Iceland or Greenland. I don't remember where it was filmed, but in the storyline, the character goes to Iceland and Greenland. And also, I never said like the storyline. So Walter Mitty is a person person that literally has like a very dull life. Like the only word for his life is just underrated. Like everybody underrates him, and he does not do good with romance. He has a very good imagination, so to keep like his life interesting, he sort of starts unwillingly imagining things that happen to him and that's how the story begins. That's all I'm gonna say. So he ends up in Iceland, guys. You should watch it. It's very entertaining. The fourth film is Midnight in Paris, directed by Woody Allen. I loved it. I loved this film. I thought it was genius and really entertaining. Owen Wilson plays a lead role. I love Owen Wilson because how he speaks is just like Owen. I love him. And he travels to Paris with his fiance, who's actually Rachel McAdams. And as the story goes, they start realizing they have like literally nothing in common. And this guy, Owen Wilson, just starts like going for a walk every night. And every night when midnight arrived, a very old looking car would just drive past him. And he actually gets in the car and realizes he can time travel to the past, to the 20s, that era. And he meets people like Hemingway, Fitzgerald, Dali, and like many others. So it's like really cool and exciting, and all the characters play their roles very well. And I'm not gonna tell you anything else about it. You should watch it. It's really good. It's so like romantic in a way. It's just, it's perfect. I love it. And the last film is actually, guys, Harry Potter, like literally any of them. So I'm not gonna mention the directors because they change. The thing is, I wanted to add Harry Potter to this video because lately, in this quarantine mode we're in, I'm in need of Harry Potter. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but like, it's such a mood. It's such a mood. It's just, I miss it. I started rereading it and like, I miss Harry Potter, and I've been wanting to watch the films forever now because I haven't watched them in so long, and it's like my home, and whenever I go back to Harry Potter, I feel like safe and comfy and just, it's like being at home. So if you're at home, then watch Harry Potter, right? I mean, Harry Potter is such a fall/winter holidays kind of movie. I don't know. So whenever I have time and I'm at home and I have a blanket with me, it's Harry Potter time. You can go ahead and tell me if you feel the same. Anyways, that's a whole list of films I'm going to talk about today, but here's a whole list of other films, additional films, that I recommend you to watch if you have like lots of free time and can actually watch many films, which is great. I totally envy you. But anyways, I'd love to hear about your comments on these recommendations, and if you've watched them, if you love them, if you don't. That's it. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you in about 2 days because I have another video I'm gonna post. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.